So we're gonna do one more rep here. Good. All right, guys, we are back and we are ready for Legend's second step in this formal retrieving process. We got him comfortable moving up and down the table, and we're going to move right into some hold work. Now, again, we want to be lifting him, easy now, Bubba. Lifting him on and off the table, and that's to make sure that he doesn't understand how to get on and off the table himself. It'll be important later in this process. We're going to begin every session with a little bit of a look at what we did last time, a little refresher. Come on, get him comfortable. Hi. He said that chain got near my face. All of these things are going to be new. Good, come on. Good job. You can see he's comfortable, tail's up, wagging a little bit. And now we're going to move right into our hold work. Now it's important, guys, when you're doing these sessions, a lot of our videos end up being somewhere in the vicinity of a 10 to 15 minute session. And you'll hear that through the development of your puppies. Oh, just a couple 15-minute sessions a day and you're good to go. Well, with these, we're going to keep them a fair amount shorter, typically staying in that 5 to 7 range, almost half sometimes. So when we start hold work, he's comfortable up and down the table, we move into hold. We start this with our hand. Now, if you feel more comfortable using a glove, go ahead and do so. But we're going to put 2 fingers in his mouth, right behind his lower canines, and then our thumb underneath. This gives us the ability to hold on to his jaw. And when we have that, it's going to help us to be able to tell, is he rolling his tongue? Is he mouthing? Is he doing anything at all? And it gives us a pretty good control. If you instantly start trying to put bumpers and things and they start fighting, you don't have any hold on them, where this, we can start that hold process with having a hold of them at the same time. So, good. Now I explained in the first video, has really good retrieving habits. This is a little bit of mouthing. He's trying to figure out how to get my fingers out of his mouth. I'm just holding on. Good. As soon as he stops, everything stopped for just a second, not 10 seconds, not 20 seconds, a split second. I showed him that right there is what I want, and that's how he's going to get my hand out of his mouth. So we're going to do another rep here. Okay, good. So there was no mouthing, no rolling, anything there. This is more what we're going to consider quiet work. We don't need to be overly excited with the dogs. We don't need to be giddy, because a lot of times that's only going to cause problems with overexcitement that will then require correction later. So the calmer you are with him, the easier he's going to figure out that, okay, we need to do this and we need to do it in a, easygoing, calm way. We're going to do another rep here. I'm pushing here a little bit. You can also, if your dog's really fighting you, you can grab a hold of their collar, and this is going to give you a little better control over their head. Good. Now, he's not fighting with this at all, and part of that can be through our development process. We do some early stages of 1 or 2 of these things, but even more so with Legend himself is he has a very natural desire to hold things all on his own. We encourage that with a little bit of that tug game and hold, like we've shown in some of the videos before. Using tug of war properly can kind of build and develop a natural, non-rolling, non-crunching, non-mouthing mouth, and that is what we've done with Mr. Legend. So we're going to do one more rep here. Good. Waiting for that second longer. A lot of times I'll use a secondary form of communication with him, which is a very light touch on his side or on his front, saying, good. It's just a marker that says, hey, right there, we're done. And he can kind of, it's something that I picked up that I started doing that people are like, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, I didn't even realize I was doing it. But it is a really good way to mark with it. Now, if you want that bumper, we're not starting that way. When we start this out, we're going to move, because he's doing so well, we're going to move into a little bit of hold work, which is going to involve small. These will work. I don't see. There's one other wooden one in there, but I can't find it. So this is considered a retrieving buck or a dowel, and this is a small chunk of PVC. Both of them are small in diameter, and this is going to be the best way to start your retrieving work. The smaller you're using, the easier it is, and we'll work up to bigger objects down the road. So This one is my go-to. You can find these, I think Lion Country Supply has them, and if not, I will figure out a way to put a recommended link for you guys on our website so that you can find them as well. So if your dog is doing well with the hand holding in their mouth, like this, good. You're ready to move on to objects. And if your dog is not, do a session or two where you work through that. It's not a big deal to take more than one session for each of these steps. Good. We're going to get his lips out of the way, both directions here, and then we're going to help him to hold. Most dogs are going to be instantly trying to spit or drop this. Good. Just a second. That's all we're looking for. He kept trying to drop his head, and picked it up. And then he held it there for a second, and that's all I was looking for. Let's do another rep. A little verbal correction. Good. Now, if your dog is doing well, I talked about movement is important. Boy, just moving him up and down the table can kind of reset their brain. And if you think, wow, they're doing perfect with everything, then you might actually see a hiccup where that movement kind of reset what we were working on, and it sets us back a little bit, but helps you to make sure the dog is truly understanding. Good. Hope everybody saw that. He was dropping his head, and as soon as he stopped and held his head, boom, that was what we're looking for. Now this is a really, really good start to our hold work, and this is where I'm going to end his session. He's done a really nice job with the introductory, with holding our hand, and then starting that first easy object of a dowel. We'll be able to work from that into more objects, and we'll show you guys what that looks like. I'm the guy with the pink gun. This is Legend, and we will see you in the next video.